Algebra 2B, Orange class. Today is Tuesday, week 1, 425. That is April the 25th. Hey, today we are messing around with Unit 6. Hey, Unit 6 is degrees to radian. The unit circle, can I find the exact value? Radical 2 over 2, looking at the picture. Do I even know what a radian is? This is a dome. Hopefully you can feel like a dome. How much of a dome can I have? Can I have like 2/3 of the dome? Can I have like half of the dome? Any part of the dome that you can have, all you're saying is, hey, I'd like some radian, please. And if you went away just knowing that if you see a dome, we're going to draw it in just a second on the board, that has to do with a radian, then at least that's so big. Because again, generally, any other student out here hearing radian, they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you picture like a rainbow? Like if you picture a rainbow, if you just take pieces of the rainbow, you're taking part of a radian. If you take the whole rainbow, you have 3 radians. All right, so let's get to this. Let me admit to you this. I stress because I feel like there's too much stuff on this one assessment. But I got to give it to you all in one shot. So think in your mind, eat up the easy stuff, put that away, knowing that maybe later on, during fixing time, you might come back and fix some of the broken stuff. All right, with that said, I'm starting with the easy stuff. On page 1 of the mini assessment, they're going to give you some of your old friends here, going from degrees to radians. So let's ask the first thing. Well, first, name, class, color, but I don't know how much space it allows you to draw. Maybe on the right-hand side, I want you to try to draw a radian. Oh, are you looking right yet? Go ahead and draw a line. We're going to put like a little mini plus sign right there in the middle. Just a radian one last time so you know what you're even getting when you get these answers. Getting the answers, you're going to be click, 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 click. Hey, I got 3 answers. Click, 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 click. Like, what the heck is it that I'm getting? So again, let's see if we can draw. I'm going to make mine in red. I'm drawing a radian. Look at me. Please draw a radian.
Well, that's the cleanest drawing you've ever done.
This is what I've done.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was pretty good.
All right. Write it down, write it down, write it down. Yeah. I'll take that. And all the important people here, they had a big meeting. I wish I could walk by, like, right that moment, clap, 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 clap. There we go. Or whatever. It's videotape. My mate sent it to them as a gift for Christmas. So here's the deal. This rainbow is 1 complete radian. Well, that's kind of a lie. It's really 3 radians in 1. And those 3 radians, they give it a name. Anybody remember what the name was for 3 in Unit 6? P. Yeah. So in Unit 6, they decided instead of saying 3, they would say pi. That way a kid in high school would be like, well, I don't get it. When really all they're saying is pi. This whole thing is pi. There's 3 of them. Pi radians is actually what it is. I'm going to put that after so I can confuse somebody else. The first page is going to be easy. I'm trying to get like some tricky stuff before we just start doing the math. There it comes. Pi radians. Can it? You got this. All right, so I'm not going to get the S on radians. Wait. The S goes with radians. All right. So here's the deal.
Yes.
If I want half of this, thing, this red line is called pi, I do this. I say I want half of it, and I go right up here to the halfway mark, going. I'm at the halfway mark. And how do I indicate that I got half of it? I put 1/2, and then I write the name of that whole thing that I have half of.
Pi.
Yeah, I have half pi. Now we're going to get some answers that look like this. 1/2 pi. Now are they going to write it as a 1/2 of pi? No, they're going to put that red pi on top. And then it's going to be pi over 2. And some students are going to be like, I don't even know what pi over 2 is. All it is I have a dome. I got half the dome. Can someone mark where 3/4 pi might show up on the dome, starting on this side? So this is 0 here. Did you get a 0? This is 0 here. Try to figure out where 3/4 of it is.
Mark it on our paper?
Mark it on your paper. I'm going to put it on mine, but I want to see where you might put it. Now again, if you think of money, all the way across is a whole dollar. 3/4 is 75 cents. It's 50 cents. So I figure out where 75 cents would be for 3/4 pi. want you to feel one last time, when we say pi, it's 3 of something. This whole dome is 3 just sealed together, so that when you're getting your answer for radians, all you're saying is how much of the dome am I getting? Am I getting 3/4? Hopefully you did this right. You put 3/4 right about here, and you put 3/4 pi. Here's how they're going to make you write it, and then we'll start getting some answers. They're going to make you write it as 3 pi over 4. Why is that? When you multiply a whole number times a fraction, you always multiply the whole number, the pi, times the top number. And for that reason, they're going to make you do that. And so on this one here, we got that last one. Let me have you write one more. This one is sort of famous. Please write pi over 4. Oh, no, they won't know where that goes.
I know where it goes. Wow, why do you dumb us?
Put in where 1/4 of pi might go. Put in where 1/4 of pi might go.
I put it in about half of myself.
Put in where 1/4 of pi might go. And then we'll do the very first part. If right now you are not confused, you are in a first page, which I'm not super nervous about the first page. It's when we turn that page over. So here it comes. Someone say out loud, even though the people watching the video may not be able to see. Where should I put that 1/4 pi?
In the beginning.
In the beginning?
Not exactly in the beginning, a little bit.
1/4 is half of half. I don't know how to say it, so I'll just do it. 1/4 pi. So radians is just giving you a part of the whole dome. That's all radian is. There's a red dome. How much of it can you take home? So now that we're over here, these degrees are saying, hey, when you start here and you start moving up, 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, 45, how much of the dome are you getting if someone gave you degrees? So which one should I do? An easy one first and have them do a famous one second? Yes. Anybody remember what the fraction was to change degrees into radians? Something over 180, you are correct.
Pi over 180.
Well, did we do that? That crossed me. We're going to do it in just a second. But this is the fraction that you're going to use for the whole top section, which is why we're not going to do a bazillion of them. I'm going to do one, you're going to do one, and maybe we'll try one that looks ugly. It's a little neat, though. Oh, here we go. I'll do, yeah, that might be a good choice. I'll do number 1, rather letter A. Ultimately, we'll do probably B, he's famous. We may choose one more from that section, or if it's so easy, you might leave it alone. This page may get to be one of your 6 pages, so though we're not going to do it all together, at least you'll have the beginning. Here it goes. Put down my 2. Where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it right here. 2 degrees. I'm going to make my plus sign for my dimensional analysis. 1, 2.
I forgot how to do this.
Then I'm going to put that lovely pi over 180 right next door to it. How do you know that you've made it from degrees to radians? You have to multiply it, but then the other part will be the pi has to be the final answer. So there's no pi in the final answer. Well, it's actually we're gonna reduce the fraction. So let me put it in. Like Roz was saying, top times the top, bottom times the bottom. You have calculators for those who aren't that good with the division. So you're gonna start with that 2 pi. Reduce that fraction, and there you are. So today's assessment begins nice and easy, Unit 6. You write it as a fraction, then you got to reduce the fraction. Say that again, please. Over what? The 9 is going to be part of it. We need a little bit more. So that 1 pi, I'm going to write the 1, though I know they're going to take it away. They won't put that 1. I'll put it in there initially just so you can see that 2 goes into 2 one time. And then at the bottom, we know that 2 goes into 180. If you have a calculator, it's about 90. If you wrote the one in front of pi, we'll give you credit. Yeah, I'll give you credit. But just know, on a state test, there will be no 1 there. Some other math teacher who's a little bit more intense might mark you off. So I'm going to erase the 1 to confuse somebody. If you're not confused, I'm going to ask you to do B. Once you do B, then we'll do one ugly one. I think I'm going to try and do one where everything doesn't disappear. So C, I don't like C. C is not my friend. C. Alright, so do B right now. Anybody have questions about A? I can help you if you want. I can make this eraser smaller. Let's back. I'll make it small. One in front of the pie? Oh.
Erasing it.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of it. If you need that one to stay there, keep it there. But they won't put a 1 in front of the pie.
Wearing shorts.
I am wearing shorts. The good news is white legs. The good news is dome. When you get all the way over here, you're actually getting to 180 degrees.
I don't know.
All right, let's see. I saw it on people's papers, so I'll just write it really fast. 30 plus sign. What's the fraction again?
Yeah. Oh, pi over 180.
180.
Got it.
Rewrite that 35. Of 180, and then I heard it over here. They said we can, if you have zeros on top and the bottom, you can cancel out the zeros, makes the number smaller. And then you line it with on the top, just the pi. On the bottom, you say 6 because 3 goes into 3, and 3 goes into 18. Pi over 6. One other thing, you don't have to write it this way. Just so if they do write it this way, you go, oh no, I've seen that before. This is 1/6 of that dome. 1/6 of the dome. In other words, if I went to 30 degrees, which is like right about here, I have 1/6 of this entire thing. If we were to chop this thing into 6 equal pieces, I have one of those 6 pieces. So that's what it says. Yeah. Another way is you can divide 30 into 30, and 30 into 180. All right, one ugly one. I am just in case it's a little back. You know what?
Thomas, can you put the Pandora back on?
Yeah. Let's do E. E is closer to something they have. 266 is if you want to turn it into as your parsons pages. Please do E. E as in Edward. Please do. 96, they did a plus sign. I saw it. Good job on the plus sign. It's called dimensional analysis. I saw some people chopping in 2. What's the top chopped in 2?
96 pi.
So we're going to have the 96 pi.
And then 180.
But then they started reducing it. The top, some people divided it by 2.
I love Chris Pratt stuff.
Some people did it by 6.
Yeah.
Can I do 2? How did you know I do 6? You just checked it out? Okay. What's half of 96? I know half of 180 is 90.
Half of 96?
3?
I don't know.
You know I have those shoes.
I can do it 2 again. I can do it 2 again, but I'm going to do a 6. No, I'm going to do it 2 again.
What?
Well, did anybody do 2 to begin with?
You got a friend.
What did you do?
I did 2 because you did 2.
You did 12? What, you did 6? What did you do, Richard? 6? How could they know 6 would work? I guess you just tried it. Alright, that's an odd thing. Alright, this one here. I'm going to do 2 again.
My mom's telling me to sugar and all of the today's sugar.
Because they're both even. Half of 48 is 24. Half of 90 is 45. I know that 3 can go into those. Oh, man.
So if it's that way, it's something easier, you'll be going on and on and on forever. Just do it like this.
Alright, I'll back up and do it by 6. That 12, I don't know. I'm impressed by the 12 because, again, I wouldn't see that 12. Alright, I'll go 6. But this one I don't know. How many times is 6 going to
And it's gonna
96?
be where we had our senior social.
16
Yeah.
and to the 180.
I called to see if they had a million.
And then from there we
But
just
we
did
have
2.
to apply.
Yeah.
We have to wait 2 weeks for the that they
Alright. I think they get the idea. Let's move away from it. You are an 8. And you are a 15.
Try have a day for your graduation.
Boom, there it is. I get the applause.
I think I found a place this weekend though.
Alright, the bottom part. The bottom part is going to be even easier because the bottom part literally is multiply and divide. Ladies, multiply and divide with your calculators. So we'll only do 2 at the bottom, 1 together, 1 on your own. Then I'm going to do 1 trick problem that will complete the first page. And I feel like you guys are there, so that's good news. Bottom section we'll do G and I will be our friends.
Look at it now.
Someone say what the fraction is to do the bottom section to do G.
180 over pi.
180 over pi. It is the reverse. Write it down. Write it down. All right, here it comes. I start off with my 4 pi over 3 or 4/3 pi.
What?
I don't know.
What did you say?
4/3 over pi. No, you said
No, you
4.
said pi over 3 pi.
4/3.
Hey, I was having a little trouble, yeah. But I think I got it.
I didn't figure out.
Can I go get some water?
4/3 pi is one of them. And then the second one is 4 pi over 3. All right, here comes. Make a plus sign.
Can I go get water?
Hold, just hold. Let's do that in just a moment.
Why you're not
The 180 over pi.
Party.
In this one, you cannot end with pi. If you end this degree problem with pi, you did something wrong. The 2 pi's have to cancel, and then I need somebody with a calculator to cross multiply the top, divide by the bottom. You don't call it cross multiply because that means multiply the 3 times the 180. This one's just regular multiply fractions. Top times top,
180 times
bottom times bottom.
240?
Your multiplier.
We're multiplying. So let's do first
4
the.
times 180, it was 720. And then divided by 3 was 240.
Take a look at it. Punch it in your calculator just to make sure yours does the same thing.
When did we do this that I do not remember doing it?
Yeah, you just say it's fine.
Oh,
It's like
okay. I have really bad
January.
memory.
Yeah, I was like, no. Where are we going right now? November, maybe.
What are cost?
All right, do me a favor. Do I? I'm going to check off I. If you have a question after I'll answer it. But we're not going to do another one.
Oh, okay. I sound really stupid right now. Never mind.
What we were doing?
I found the reason I put.
You're doing I right now. You can't be correct. Because there'll be one around that has a negative sign. If the problem has a negative sign, let's say this had a negative 5.
If I have to say my baby later or my girl.
Just make the final answer negative.
Okay, water damage.
They're trying to get you guys not to get water. Good guys. Good.
It's like a coffee pasta with a bunch of emotions between us. If I have to say my baby late with my girl, then I'll do that.
Why would anyone need water? Water bottle.
Not my hair.
Actually, not right now. We're doing
I just want to eat.
I did good. Check your I internalize it. Jump my emotion. Alright, I is what we're checking on. I is what we're checking on. No, I. Hey, I made it negative. If you didn't put yours negative, make yours negative, please. Just because there might be a negative showing up, and I don't want it to be the first time you're like, whoa, what do I do with that? So I made I negative.
Well, I already solved it, so I'm just put negative in there.
Right, and that's what I'm suggesting. I think in real life, I think there's more to it, but for now, Yes,
It's okay,
that.
Tom, it's just a video.
Right, and then and whoever watching the videos and roll on. All right, here we go.
I don't think Rohan watched that.
No, I don't think so. All right, so here's the deal. Sorry, Rohan, if you do. All right, here it comes. I don't like you. What do we have here? 180 in the pie.
I think I want to major in physics. So.
Really? Why would you do that?
Somebody tell me the 5 times 180. 5 times 180, please. The big number. 900. Is it 900?
900, the big 90. Oh.
All right. 10 then the. I'm gonna put a negative 150 though. Okay, let me say something to somebody. Somebody. No, that's
I
not.
got it. No.
Stop it, stupid little shit.
You gotta say something. Look at me. Yeah, you wanna say something? I'm trying to decide whether I should fix it. I'm not gonna fix it.
So I have a strike every day.
Go ahead. This picture should have a radius. For whatever reason, it doesn't. So I'm gonna put one in, a big ugly one. I'm putting 60 whatever. 60 inches, 60 meters, doesn't matter. Put it in. The other ones with the fraction will be a little trickier, but guess what? The one that is here at the end is most similar to what you're going to see, so I'm going to do that. Here you go, Roz. Step 1. Please put the 52.35 right here for DF. Write that in, write that in. Let me put down, those are talking on the hey, back table. Help me out. Let me try and put down some easy numbers so you understand the concept. If this entire circle, let's see, I'll say total. If the total circle was 10 centimeters, and DF, I'm making up a problem so you know, oh, that's all we're doing. We're just going to do a subtraction problem, the total, take away the little part they give you. Yes, that's all you're going to be doing. But you're going to make it ugly numbers with pi, so some high school students go like, I don't know how to do this, when really, it's just a simple subtraction problem. So I'm making up the simple version so that you can know. 10 centimeters, yeah, I guess that CM isn't that good, huh? 10 centimeters. So the total circumference is 10 centimeters. The DF here is just 3 of the total. The question they're going to ask you is, how much will, oh, it says right here, what is the arc length of the remaining part of the circle? In other words, if my friend here is 3 centimeters, I'm making up the red stuff. The real stuff you're going to use is going to include this, plus a 60, but for now, let's do easy. The question is, let's see, if DF is that, how much is, oh, really, you guys will help me?
What?
I don't understand.
Okay, now.
Don't say you don't understand yet. Wait till I
I
say
don't
step go.
understand.
I haven't
You're not
finished.
supposed to understand.
I'm sketching it. All right, F. All right. Put down point C. Hey, Thomas, why would we even put down point C? Because the people who made this need me to say how much this bigger portion is. Well, Thomas, how do you name this bigger portion? You use letters like D and F. Well, didn't we just use D and F? Well, isn't it the same thing? So please write this down. D, C, F. Write down D, C, F.
I don't like either.
Yeah, pretend like you're learning. I don't know if you're out there, but instead of the big wigs out, like walk around like, yeah, how things going? I'm in charge of the center, so yeah. So when they walk through the window, if kids like, I want to learn, like, well, yeah, this is good. But then again, if they're talking, they just have to.
I can't tell you who's recording.
All right, don't tell me. All right, so here it comes.
I brought your
The question is, oh yeah, he's sports. That's how you know. I'm like,
He's back.
so here's the deal.
Scroll again.
How long is
This is the time to clap, guys.
the yeah, exactly. Writing, so there's no way clapping would be appropriate. Backwards. Yeah, that's part of this one too. People are just clapping in this class. That doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't they be right? Sweet. Don't worry. When I'm homeless, I only kill one. No. They write you up before they let you go. Now we're just looking now. Go. late. It's not going. Now means do it now. Now not going.
I had to think about it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Look. No. Think about this. Think about lunch. Lunch or something. Oh, my grandpa. Here's the question. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Only one of us is fired this week. Yeah. Look, I didn't want to be in school. See, Rohan, what you're missing? Yeah, it's a big party going on. So here's the deal. Hey, how much is this long side? The only way you name a long side is with an extra letter. Alright, here you go. Someone say the answer out loud, please. If the total is 10, I only have 3 of it. Yeah, how much?
How?
Total minus
Oh, you're
part.
checking?
Yeah.
Yeah, just an example first.
Alright, here goes total. Ooh, minus part. Here goes. Total.
Why is everyone wearing college?
Minus just college.
College
week.
week.
It doesn't matter for us because we have our colleges.
I have a shirt. I might wear it.
So here's what I just wrote
I'm
down.
gonna go towards
Total
the shit.
minus part equals answer. So this particular problem, the total happened to be 10. Don't be confused.
I already asked my dad to use the art.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't.
So all the way around,
Wow.
total
It's called the register.
minus the 3,
It's called
equals, now the real problem you need to stress out about it will be ugly. I just want you to feel what you're supposed to be getting. Total minus the part equals the answer, which is 7.
I put in my math.
You said look.
Seven.
Well, how do
I'm
you
gonna say that.
We should break down the radio station because actually that radio station called. Remember that like this like started the show.
No, it's on.
I didn't know you.
It's not gonna be super helpful. It's gonna be
Yeah, we're listening to it and then it's like.
All right. Any questions about where this 7 came from? Because we're about to do it with the real numbers, and the real numbers should be mentioned.
It's called subtraction. It's 3rd grade.
Oh.
Oh, hey, go subtraction. Let's skip you. What you get? Right, all right, here comes the real deal. Should I erase? Let me move it up.
I'm watching episode of The Office right now, guys. I have Netflix on my phone.
Here it comes.
That's how it was at the Olympics.
In this problem here to find out the total, the real problem to find out the total, you need to use C equals pi times pi times 2r. Write down that formula, please. That's the formula to find out the circumference of the circle. Now, for our purposes, you will not multiply the pi. In other words, pi is going to remain part of the answer. What does he mean? So here's the deal. In this particular problem, what is the r in this problem, the radius? In the real problem.
No. You don't want her. Yeah, you don't want her. Yeah. You don't want to get her.
Or answer this question and she'll know what it is. The radius in this question. Thank you. Please write down 60 equals r.
Yeah, can I try that?
Yeah.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you.
No, it's not just you. I've been thinking.
Write that down. Somebody in the calculator, please do 2 times 60.
2 times
2 times 60, yes.
120.
120.
It's 120, guys.
120 will get it done, even if it's a little bit later.
Every time I about it,
I was like making my graphic. Like troll faces, like as a joke, like
moving on to SGI classes.
and my parents loved it. I think it's so hilarious. Like my parents should call me Virgo, was and they also like the Yahweh too. Like such old.
Let me undo that.
My parents don't understand me.
My mom, yeah, the Jackie Chan. I love the Jackie Chan.
Oh.
Write that down. Here's the good news.
Is that the answer?
No, it's the 10 in this problem. In other words, this is the big thing.
And then we
They're
got
going to subtract the small thing away from. get the.
I already put a circle around it.
I know that's why I took that away. Like, oh, they don't think that's the answer. Like, boom, nailed it, 120. Like, no, we didn't nail anything.
Roasted.
So here comes the final part, and hopefully somebody goes like, that's it. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Total minus part. Let's write this down. Total minus part.
So we leave the pie, right?
Uh-huh. If you do well on this, I feel good about myself because I was nervous about this part and how it can go. Decimals, pies, just the whole thing.
Love you. I sent you emojis that say love you.
Total 120 pi minus 52.36.
Is it corrected?
Oh yeah.
Pi. Alright, next part. Someone do it on the calculator, please, so I can know how much it is. 120 minus the 52.3. This side of the room. Punch it in, punch it in, punch it in.
What? Oh, I have the answer.
120 minus. Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? Hannah?
Oh, it's 67.65.
67.65. You can box that. Any questions on this one? I'm about to leave it. This is one that I'm almost okay if you miss. The part of the fix it phase because it's so many pieces, but it's nice and easy. You need this formula. C equals pi times 2r to get your total. Once you get your total, you subtract, and then you have pi is missing. I don't have two of these to do, so if you have a question, it's only on this one.
It's pretty easy.
The only part that I think might be tricky for someone is to remember the formula. See, and I might give it to you.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't remember, you can ask me. What's the circumference of a circle? Pi equals pi times 2r.
I don't know,
Here's the part that somebody didn't notice. Why did he switch the pi 120 and turn it into 120 pi? Anybody know that answer?
What?
The rule is just whenever you write a number and a letter together, even if it's a Greek letter pi, you put the number first. This one isn't wrong, but again, you'll never see it on a test.
I do ask her.
Where the 60 come from? In the problem, they have to give you the radius. You can't. You won't just be there for you to guess. Let me do one other thing on this one. Oh, they're gonna miss that. All right, here goes. There's an ugly problem on the test, and I have no other way to say it than to just say how to do it. How do we change? How do we change this 52.35 pi, which means it's millions, into degrees? We would normally do that thing that you're about to say. The only difference is this. Because the circle has a radius that's bigger than 1, like it's a 60, it's a 5, it's a 72. Because this number isn't a 1, we have to divide the 60 into, I'm going to do it, but I'm just going to say it first. We have to divide the 60 into the 52 first, and then do what she's going to say, the whole plus sign. So, what does he want us to do really fast? And there's too much information. Okay, this is one problem. How much is left over? The problem he's asking us is how do we turn this 52.35 into a degree? The answer is the following. Write it as a fraction. 52.35 pi. Ooh, no, it's about to be easy. Oh, sweet. Write it as a fraction over the radius. Oh, it just turned easy. The radius in this case happened to be 60. How do you turn a radian into... Whoa, this one good. Come on. Boom.
Go.
This way.
Go. We were used to talking about radian, but you'll help
Put
me.
it in the box.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh.
Right.
So supportive today.
All right, here it comes. We're running out of doggone time, too. All right, here we go. How do we do this? We do the plus sign. Anytime you change to a degree, because the 60's down there, your calculator will do all the work. What is the fraction that we use for this from to turn pi into a degree?
Oh, 180 over pi.
Yeah, you need that pi on the bottom to cancel out with the guy on the top. And here's the beauty of this one. You're still going to multiply the top and divide by that bottom number. Multiply the top.
It's a decimal.
Yeah.
It has to be. Right?
What'd you get? Is it big enough?
157.05.
Yeah. That's really big. 157.5. Put that little degree on it.
0.05.
0.05?
Yep.
Punch it in your calculator and make sure it spits out the same thing. Because if you're relying on someone else's thing, it might throw you. Hey, what did we just do here? One of the questions they're going to ask you is, how much is this in degrees? When the radius is not a 1, like when it's a 60, a 5, a 32, write it as a fraction, and then do the work. Alright. I'm about to leave this section. When it's time for you to take your assessment, have you look at this section before you go.
For what?
Circle 30 degrees if you haven't already. It's tricky to find. It's right
Here?
yeah. So it's not tricky. I didn't want you to feel extra good. Please circle 180 degrees. Your second easy one. 180 degrees. No big deal there. All right. Oh, they're all easy. Let's try this one. Circle 240 degrees. Still easy. I'm about to do a negative one on you.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
So weird how you just do it.
Circle negative 30 degrees. Circle negative 30 degrees. Okay, done.
Let's do that.
I don't remember us talking about it so much. We'll find out what it is done. If you know what it is, it's done. If you don't know what it is, then you
Then you
don't.
suck.
Yeah. Oh, that, I was gonna
I mean, we should
not
get
go with that,
out.
but I'm gonna say out loud what negative 30 degrees is.
330 degrees.
Yeah. The negative sign just tells you to go in the opposite direction. The normal direction we go is counterclockwise. We back up to the left and find stuff. No big deal. It's going to say find negative 30 degrees. You go down, subtract 30, if you will, away from 360, and there you are. Negative 30 degrees. Now, so you know what you're looking for, please do negative 90 degrees. Please circle negative 90 degrees.
Where's 90 at?
Go too far.
Circle negative 90.
Uh-huh. Circle negative 90 degrees.
Be amazed.
I'm very Alright, for those who don't know, of course, regular 90 degrees, you go up 1/4 of the circle. But negative 90 degrees, you go 1/4 in the opposite direction. Someone say out loud what's going to be?
270.
270 is correct.
What's your 17 degrees?
Please below it put negative 90 degrees. Alright. Here we go. Let's do it. Let me see if I'm going to do it. Fine, please.
I lost my pencil.
Circle pi over 6, please. Pi over 6.
Oh, so it's done again?
It is done again. You sure?
I said, why did ours have panic buttons?
Oh, you have a different sheet.
You have a different sheet.
I just realized that.
You guys have to give on. I was like, how are they going to know where pi over 6 is? It's not on there. But you all have it. So then in this case, tell me where it's going to be.
Pi over 6 for 30 degrees.
30.
30. Oh, is anyone? Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have asked that one. Alright. Pi over 6 is at 30. What you're doing right now, the beginning of the second section, you will be doing the same thing. So that's why I'm having you do it. Find negative pi over 6. Find negative pi over 6.
Negative pi over 6, 330 again.
Oh, do they have it written down there?
No, but we know how it works.
Oh, very good. Alright. Again, negative pi over 6, let's write down
You didn't drop
here.
my water mark.
Any questions about how to find the negatives and the positives?
We don't have the coordinates. We copy the coordinates.
You don't have the
No,
radical
we
law?
only have the bigger numbers from the coordinates.
Oh, shit. I'm just going to have you write, you need all of them.
We'll just write it down.
Do this, take 1 minute, and write down the coordinates. These are called exact answers.
I think it's gonna take longer than a minute.
Well, let's see what happens, because you'll need them. Please write down the exact answers.
Oh, why is yours so juicy?
I know.
Insider. Just kidding, it's not an insider. We saw your thing.
Spanish.
On Spanish. You have to be at a restaurant and you use all of their
Just put down as actually your favorite restaurant.
Really? Yeah. Well, yours, please, Marcos. Please, no idea. Actually, all of them are really good. Honestly, I don't.
Please write down these words. You're going to need them.
Are all I need.
Honestly though,
We're gonna both be the next day. See you later.
statistics are like another thing.
I went to the Merrill's
Please write down these words. You're going to need them.
They're here to be close. I like chili.
Chilling.
I won't want it.
Try and write down. All right, so on these, no, you could.
But that's fine.
You're all in my way.
You're right there. I was
even see them. All right,
no,
that's
it's
fine.
one. That's fine. I was ready to
All right.
walk it.
No, the red and the blue, red and the blue. Here's what they're going to ask you. I'm going to ask you in English, and they're going to ask you in math. I'm going to ask you in English, they're going to ask you in math. It goes like this. With 45 degrees, this line here is the cosine, and this line here is the sine. Long time ago, we used to call this red line what? Anybody remember?
The x-axis.
Just the x-axis. They just changed the name on it. And what do they call the sine line?
The y-axis.
That line.
They used to call it sine line, did you? All right. So here's the deal. They're going to give you a degree, like 30 degrees.
They're going to give you 30 degrees or 30 degrees?
30 degrees.
That was the. I don't even know what you just said. They were the same thing. 30 degrees?
How can I write this? I'm out of space, but they'll give you 30 degrees, and they're going to ask you which is longer or greater, the cosine or the sine. And here's what they mean. You start here in the middle. I wish you had a highlighter.
We
Would you look at that?
For 30 degrees, you will circle it, which you already did, and you're just going to draw a line or letter L. So just do what I do for now. So here's what you're going to do. Step 1, start out this way, and when you get directly below 30 degrees,
That's really
and I probably should have done the color, so I'm going to change my color. Let me change my color so you can see. Try not to do that, Marco, please. Red line this way, please. And blue line up that way.
It's not tasty.
Try and draw a line so you can get both of those in there. And close for now, please, okay?
And we're running out of time.
Yeah. I'm still going to give it to you, though.
Okay, never mind.
All right.
Like,
All right. So for those who are here, here comes the question. It's a simple question. Which line is longer? The red line or the blue line?
They're both the same place.
Red line in this case is longer. When you just look at mine. And the red line has a name. Red line's name is cosine. The blue line's name is sine.
Oh, that's.
And here's all you're going to do on your assessment.
Can you repeat that?
I will.
I wasn't paying attention.
Cosine of 30 happens to be greater than the sine of 30. What does that mean? That's math talk for saying the red line, when we're trying to get to 30, is longer than the blue line.
Sloppy.
Write down what you see on the board.
That guy can.
I'm going to do another one. Now, some of you, when you get to your test, this part, I feel like some of you aren't here
I'm not.
may find it being a little bit tricky.
Mentally, I'm
Mentally, I'm not
All right, here we go. Let me do another one. And if you're not, then hold down so those who are can have a chance. Here it comes. Please circle.
When we make a square around it, we made a circle.
Please circle 120.
You're a rebel,
When you circle 120, here's the question that you're going to be asked. I'll put up here. 120. Put down cosine. No, the same time will they do it in reverse? Let me check see if they're going to do it in reverse. Oh, that one. Nope, they're going to keep it this way. Cosine, write down sine. Next step, you're going to draw your line from the cosine to the 120, just like this. I start here, I back up right under the 120, and then the blue line goes up to the 120. So you're always making the letter L.
I don't take the L.
Oh, I get it!
So the question is, which one is longer, the red or the blue?
The blue. Wait.
Someone give me a different color. How to
The blues have they have the name. So here's the deal.
So sine is bigger than cosine.
But the way you have to write it, because the cosine will always come first and the sine will come second, you have to do the less than symbol. The red is less than the blue.
I need.
Why you said that the red is less than the blue?
Take a look at it, see if you're confused.
Yeah. So if I get the pen now, I'm gonna wait till graduation. Wait till next week.
If someone, yes, you can't have the skill set to be able to tell the difference between them. Especially, let's say the radical 3 over 2. Radical 3 is 1 point something. But yeah, it's possible. Last one, there's going to be one where they're equal. Can someone tell me where they're going to be equal? Two are going to be equal.
Are you looking at the actually?
270.
heard you.
90, no, the cosine to be 0 at 90. This other guy to be super long because he didn't move that way.
How about
Say again?
45?
135. 135 wins, and his partner, 45 also wins. So let's do 45. Here comes. Last one on this kind, and then I'm going to do one last thing. That is, can you draw a sine wave? Can you draw a cosine wave? The end.
The wave?
Yeah. The end.
The end.
All right, here comes 45. I don't know how I'm going to draw another red line. I'm going to make it nice and easy. That's all right.
Okay.
We have a school nurse now, so don't worry about it.
Do it really?
No.
What?
Here comes no.
Wait, is anyone even like qualified medically?
Yeah. All teachers have to learn how to do CPR.
Yeah, but what is
Really?
like stats and stuff?
I think that's what fucking.
Yeah, my sister is senior.
Keep it in.
Tap themselves the pencil.
If I keep it in. Don't take it
Yeah?
out. Keep it
Yeah,
out.
I've got it.
What do you got?
Mark, sorry. He's walking by since you go.
What a tall is
Oh, no, not just to keep it
Right now,
out.
honestly, he's always looking at me.
All right, 45. Where is it?
No.
Put 45.
Oh, everyone's a big.
Always cosine
Wait.
and sine.
I need CPR. I need an adult.
This one, they are going to be equal to each other.
I'm not using a fantasy shot.
I need another.
I don't know.
Any questions on this section about the leave it?
Little dance.
Please highlight sine, just like I'm doing on the board to see.
Anna has embraced my lifestyle.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah, the original version is
Good.
It's great.
Highlight sine, please.
But
On your assessment, they're just going to find out if you had to sketch a sine wave, do you know what it looks like?
Do I? Yes. Wait, I don't know how maybe. What do you see about the lyrics?
Do I did on the board.
Do you understand them? No, I was reading them.
Step 2. Please only sketch
That's the original.
the cosine wave. Yeah? Sketch the cosine wave.
I'm already doing it in the zip code.
It could be a different color because eventually what they're going to ask us to do is put both of them on the same, what was I looking for? Same plot.
I should do the
Last one. This is only for those with super memory. Please to sketch the tangent is weird. The tangent has walls. And here it comes.
You need to break them down so we can be able to help it.
Well, we need to rebuild it.
Take a look here. Put a point at 0, 0.
Whoa, 1,000 feet tall.
The first wall I can't see is, oh, my writing is not so good, I can't tell.
And we'll make the numbers pay for it.
I can't tell, where are you? I can't tell, it looks like that. It looks like, right here, this is pi, right here, pi, pi. And then if you back up, this guy's negative pi. Every pi you put a wall. Every pi you put a wall. This one's good example. But just for some people.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
Said that?
Here's how you draw pi. It's a letter S. From one wall to the next.
I went to a museum where they actually had a piece of vertical.
At 2 pi,
And then someone drew his foot.
2 pi,
No, they were medical.
But that one's not.
halfway between.
I know what you're talking about. The museum of colors.
Alright, take a look, see if you can do that.
I saw it at the museum.
Write it down, write it down, write it down.
Museum about Christmas.
In China.
No, it was the.
Oh, yeah.
It,
Here's what I want you to do. Last thing, or last two things.
I'm really.
Here it comes. We're going to redo this on our own now. I'll do it the first time. You can do it the second time. And then the third time, we'll put it all together. Here it comes.
Keep it really on.
Step 1, count to 4. For those who are talking, how about those who are trying, they need a little bit of science to be able to follow it. Here it comes.
What?
Very
Want us
good.
to draw sine, cosine.
Perfect. Here it comes. Oh, shoot, here it comes.
What did you do, Thomas?
I don't know, I won't go away though. Any computer people know how to...
Just click.
Rohan's not here.
Just click the yeah.
There
There you go.
Actually,
Call me Rohan.
Alright, here it comes, here it comes.
You were thinking about it,
Please go to 2 pi. Put a point at 2 pi. You got 4, you gotta have 4 points.
what are we doing?
After you put your point at 2 pi, you gotta cut it in half. Have a 2 pi, just pi. That's 2 of them. This is the easy version. It's sort of like money. 2 pi is $1. You cut it at 50 cents. Then 50 cents, you cut that in half. That's 25 cents. And what's halfway between 50 cents and $1? 75 cents. There are your 4 dots. How do you draw a sign? Here it comes. When you draw a sign, you write sign. You're always going to have more. You're always going to have more than 25 cents. I'm going to put in the money so that you can see it. The reason I'm writing in the money is because we're used to money. Here's the deal. You're always going to have more than 25 cents, so you put that up here at 1 above the first dot. And you're always going to have less than 75 cents. You put that, yeah.
I don't understand. What's after Hamilton? Well, it's $10.
So here it comes. I'm going to do this official version, but then I'm just going to have you guys do a sketch. And I'm going to take the sketch as it. Here's what I mean. The halfway mark is important. For sign, start here, roller coaster up. You got to go through the halfway mark, roller coaster down. Again.
And then you're saying roller coaster.
That's true.
Oh, we keep.
But, yeah. Good job. You can finish a good, you'll take it.
Yeah, that's exactly the
Sorry,
same.
we apologize.
It's obvious.
We're gonna take those next two seconds.
Alright, do me a favor, on the one right next door to, we'll do cosine. Second one cosine, the third one you can put them both on the same thing, and that's what we can ask for.
We're gonna start from the 1 on cosine, right?
Yeah, and you'll roller coaster down. The key on that one is, you put in your 4 marks, Start at 2 pi all the way to the end, cut it in half. Cut that in half. Sorry.
So which we have to go through on this one?
So again.
Which we have to go through on this one?
Right, and that's the trick on this one. This one, on the first one, you went above the 25 and below the 75. Well,
You're gonna go under.
you gotta go 1, 2, and 3. Cosine, a little bit uglier. Alright.
Starting at 1, we're going through point 25, we're touching that, then we're going through point 25.
Alright, so the green guys, you have to hit the green guys all the way through. So here it goes. You do start up high, you ride on down.
Now are we going back to 1?
We did
Yes. You can do no, it's extra credit. Alright,
What? Really?
my teacher said once if you just take their credit, you don't need extra credit. What? No extra credit like look. Alright. Boom, extra credit. Done.
Yeah.
Alright. Last thing that you have to do is to push both of these on 1. So on the third one, put both of these.
Where did everyone leave?
After that, I'm going to say one last thing about the A, the K, in other words, the right-hand equation. I'll have you take a look at your thing for a few minutes, and because it's bad, but no, you guys are going to get most of it together. So what are they doing right now? They're putting them on both. I'm going to come and check mark you when you have them both. You can do different colors. Again, if you're doing money, $1, cut it in half is 50 cents, cut it in half is 25 cents. Cut it in half.
What are we doing on the bottom one?
Yeah, basically you're just going to, so the easy part is going to redraw a sign. So you're going to make that guy reproduce right there, and then his friend over here, you're going to put him on the same. And I'm only putting him on the same picture because I'm going to ask you to put them on the same picture. There's never really a reason to put them on the same picture. For someone who can go the extra mile, they actually want you to put tangent on the same picture as well, which is crazy. But 2 out of 3 will get you what you need, which is why I'm doing 2 out of 3. I'm going to try to do all 3 of them myself, and then I'll say one last thing about the A, the K, and then on the third picture, we'll make up a picture and
It's go ahead.
again.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, that and on that last one, I'm going to draw a picture. We're going to write out the A, the K, the H. Too much information on one thing. I could split it up into 2 days, but I'd rather do it all in one day and then do fixes. That way you don't have to do the second time the whole thing. All right, I'm drawing. Yeah, so you've been very cautious. Oh yeah, I got it. So notice how mine ends up high, above 2 pi. This guy's end up high above 2 pi. When you color sort of the yeah, that's exactly it. So put the colors in. So again. Yeah, they both are. Yeah, we'll end above the 2 pi. All right, so let me draw it. All right, come on, Thomas, we can do this. Here we go. Green first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sign. You always have more money than 25 cents. You always have less money than 75 cents. Go up, up, up. Now, turn it down, please. Then up there, you're going to go right there. There's your sign. Cosine in a different color. You start at 1, but now you're going to go through these 2 main guys and right below pi. He's going to start at 1 and he's going to end at 1 above here. Again, if you have to miss one of them on your assessment, this is the one to miss because, again, when it's time to fix it, you're going to look at the original sketches. Which one sketch? They just want you to know, can you tell which is which? I'm going to add one other thing. Those of you for whom this next thing be too much, don't pay attention to it. But They are going to ask you to do what's the thing called, the tangent. In other words, cut it right here at pi, and cut it right here at negative pi, and then draw this guy through him. Why they would actually do so much all on one, I don't know. But for anyone who this extra piece, like, oh, okay, I can do that blue thing. Do that blue thing. If looking at the blue thing, like, whoa, I didn't know it says pi and negative pi, and the line goes through. Whoa. The red and green is enough to win. The blue is. Alright. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to do one last thing here, and then we'll give it to you. I know. Kind of teachers do that. They kind of look at the whole thing and says, hey, they put one extra thing on there, and he's.
Is it necessary?
Yeah. Here comes. This is a.
Disney.
Disney. Let me see how can I do
It's
this.
the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Come on, you can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna have above. I gotta make up the problem so they can do it. Come on, you can do this. Go all the way up to the 2. Go all the way up to the 2.
Just draw it on top of it. I missed this class.
Alright.
I think I missed you, Thomas.
Appreciate that. I'll fix that. Do me a favor. Try to sketch this picture on yours.
Like from here. Like teacher-wise.
Like percentage-wise, if I thought
Then,
I fake my death, what's the chance of me like actually being able to fake?
Should I make this one a
Very low.
sine? We'll make this one a sine.
Being able to what?
I don't know if that's going to be a sine or a cosine. If you look on there so I can decide which one to have you guys do.
You're gonna be too.
Dang it.
No,
We're going to make it a cosine.
What? Two pack? You know I can't look at the 2-pack without thinking of 2-pack. I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk. I can't look at 2-pack without thinking of Thomas. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did that back in the
In
day.
my mind, why don't you do that anymore?
It has to be part of the lesson.
It's a great time.
Alright, do me a favor.
I know I'm white, guys.
Do cosine. It's going to be top to top and write down the formulas for you. Your K, I gave it to you. You don't have to think of the K. It's the midline. It's going to be tough to see where it starts. I'm going to make it start over pi, because that's going to be hard for the people to see. I know, it starts over pi. You know what? Maybe we should build it together. Hey, let's build it together. This is it. In other words, hey, let me give you the answer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All right.
Great.
All right, so here it comes. Let's give him the answer because it is going to be.
I'm getting antsy.
Here it comes. Give him the answer. Step 1. Let us all write down the formula. A cosine. What comes next?
B. X minus H. Overachiever plus K. Oh, overachiever. Thanks.
This is from the last lesson. This one almost you don't need, but I just want to let you have it. It's in your brain still. Alright, let's write down. We got a minute and a half to write down. Then a minute to let your brain rest. Then after that, 20 minutes for you to have access to. Here we go. Someone tell me what K is going to be.
1.
And K is 1. Don't answer the next one. K is 1 because that's the midline. Circle. K.
Circle K.
Simple.
Yeah, it's a gas station.
Can someone tell me what the A is going to be?
1.
It's going to be 1. Because here from here up.
Just a minute.
Sweet. Done deal. There's my A. From 2 take away 1, it's just 1. I'm sure to put that in a different color so that it didn't matter. Yes, put it in a different color. So you can see that it's a new thing. Alright. X. Where does this thing, H, where does this thing begin? This cosine, when we move it over.
Pi 2. Pi over 2.
For our purposes, it's actually going to be
Oh,
pi.
Never mind.
And this one I'm going to see if I can write a line so that they can see why it would be pi. See where the first top amount begins? That's why,
I'm ready to take this test, and I'm ready to fix it next time.
right.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm too great.
I have to do it all again.
Thomas, that sweater is vintage, and I want it. Which they probably would sell that sweater at Urban Outfitters for like $60.
Number 17 on test. You need the drawing right here. With the numbers, the pi over 5 and the negative pi over 5.